What's up, guys? Just want to come on here and do a quick market breakdown of what happened in the market this previous week. Trades that I've taken. I had a pretty good week so far. This past week I did, I think, profits of about 30K, 32K, something like that, somewhere around this range. So just want to kind of go over the trades that I've taken, why I took them, and then also go over what I think is going to be going on in the week ahead. So let's go ahead and get right into that and go ahead and share my screen real quick with you guys. Go over to this. So first pair I'm going to go ahead and share is AUD-USD. So these are breakdowns that I had drawn up. Actually, so a few of these, the first couple trades that you'll see are breakdowns that I had previous, on Sunday, last Sunday. I meant to send up a breakdown video of those and what I thought was going to happen in the market, but I forgot about it. I'll probably send it out along with this one just so you guys can see. But over here on AUD-USD, I took these shorts over here. Kind of had a bearish mindset this entire time because obviously you can see price was just kind of dropping for a while, so just kind of had a bearish mindset the entire time. So over here on Friday, we saw a market break through this 74 area, came at the retest to confirm a resistance. Once it confirmed that resistance and broke through, we saw price kind of dropping below our 14 EMAs, and I had this mark drawn from way back. And so what I needed was for the price break through that. So once price broke through this and then came back up a little bit and started to drop again, saw its tweezer top right here, and I went and entered. Kind of entered a little too early because I knew that price was going to come back and retest this line right here, which it did. Price came back up, retested this line, and then dropped through as I had drawn up, and I knew it was going to happen. But I went ahead and entered. We were in loss for a little bit, and then we ended up dropping in a profit. Drew this line, this box right here, just right below these areas, because to show as this area was areas of support. As you can see, we had wicks here, wicks here, wicks here, wicks here as well. That just kind of confirmed that areas as support. So went ahead and drew a box underneath, and I entered my second entry off of a retest of that box. So once price came, dropped below off a bearish movement, dropped below that support, and then finished below. Price came back up to retest. Once price came back up to retest this support and couldn't break through, I went and entered again. Price dropped and hit our take profits over here. And once it hit take profits, we got stopped out of these two trades over here. And then just kind of grabbed my Fibonacci on this last one here, this last little entry here. Grabbed my fib, went from bottom to top. Marked my 0.5, my 38. As you can see, price came right back to the retest of 38, pretty cleanly too. Entered right there as well, right off that rejection of the 38, and then dropped more for another 15 pip take profit. So right off the rip to start the week on AUD-USD, we caught 30, 23, that's 53, another 15, what is that, 68 pips, easy. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that was those are some good trades to start the week. And then price just kind of continuously dropped. Got this bearish movement through, breaking structure. Price came at the retest. Once again, we got these tweezer tops once again. Bearish movement right there. Price broke through. Once price broke through this support over here and got me a finish below, I went in and entered. A little bit of an impulse sell. Should have waited a little bit. As you can see, this duration of this trade took pretty long. I was in this trade until roughly 9:30 a.m. Hopped in it right around 11:30 on that 20th, no, on that 19th. So like basically the entire London session this trade took, which is okay because I wasn't up the entire duration of it. But when I entered off of this, as you can see, price dropped, created these lows over here. Went ahead and marked that as support. As you can see, we guys had price bouncing up and down in this little range here of our inner level support and resistance. Price eventually just came down. Price eventually got over here towards like kind of the end of London, created this bearish engulfing, push through. Then we finally got a massive bearish engulfing right through that level, finished below. Price came at to retest these highs, and then smack take profits over here. As you see, the wicks all the way down here. But that was another pretty good trade there for GBP-USD, another 26 pips. Then once price got to here, started to see some retests of this entire push. The price eventually came back down to kind of finish below the area. Not gonna lie, once price got over here, over in this area, I was looking to sell all the way down. As you can see, I had these levels already drawn up, but you know, price kind of did not do that at all. But entered the sell over here, completely missed this drop. Knew that price was gonna come back and retest these lows over here, this level of support. So price came to that level of support, came up, tested our highs, tested our the support over here, which is now acting as resistance. Once price showed this bearish engulfing there and continued underneath our 14 EMAs, I went in and entered. Right after that bearish engulfing, went in and entered and set my take profits right down here for this level at the 73 for another 10 pick take profit. And as you can see, we were never in loss, except right here. Actually, we're in loss for a little bit, but you know, drop right in profit. So it's a good, really good trade. Missed all this movement. As you will see on AUJPY, I had that movement all drawn up, and I could have capitalized on it, but I just missed it. But missed this entire movement. Then I believe this is like Tuesday, maybe, right here. Absolutely was slaughtering London. For those of you that were on the London live Zoom on that day, you would have seen all these trades that I took in place. So right here we had price break in, come back out to retest the break-in structure, came back in, once again retested this level as to confirm as a support now as it broke through. Once it confirmed that support, and I got a finish right above these highs over here, right above this level that was used as a resistance back here. I went in and entered, was in loss for a little bit, but then once London kind of kicked in, we just kind of shot right into profit, shot all the way up for a beautiful 15 pip take profit. Price got to this level over here that is used back over here, that was used back over here previously as a I think it was used over here as a support, and then also broke through, came back up to retest, and we used it as resistance again. But over here we use it as resistance, but it's bearish engulfing on that. I kind of knew that we were going to get a retest right there, so I went ahead and once again popped out my fib, but this time I was going for buys, so I drew it from the top of that wick to the bottom. Boom. Price came down, respected my 38 level. As I got the respect off that 38, I got that double bottom right there, followed by a bullish push. Once I got this candlestick, the candlestick actually, off the opening of this candlestick, actually flew and it came back to retest. Once it flew and came back to retest, I immediately entered, you know, probably in some impulse buys, but you know, better. It was I got pretty lucky there. Went ahead and entered. Price came back to retest a little bit and then pushed through. Took partials over here. Got a little retest off this massive push, and you know, price was using this level as a resistance again. Came back to retest this as a support before pushing right up by the end of London, kind of for another. This one was, I took 2 entries on this one. Took an entry over here, and then also took another entry once price broke above this to confirm it as a resistance now, or as a support now. So took 15 pips on this one, 20 pips on this one, and then 15 pips on that one back there. So towards the end of London, as you can see, price pushed up. I originally had it going all the way up here, but it didn't just quite yet. So price got up here, created these highs. We can actually go in and mark that if we want to for future purposes. I'll go ahead and mark those right there. Drag that over. I'll just go ahead and mark those, mark that right there. And once price placed that massive bearish engulfing, as you can see, price pushed down, came back to retest this support, confirm as a resistance, push back down again, and then smack the double bottom right there before pushing up. Then we got this kind of W form. I actually entered buys over here. It says that I got stopped out, but really I got it hit my take profits all the way up here. As you can see by this massive wick, price pushed all the way up and then came all the way crashing down. Luckily, I was able to catch profit on that one. So that was about 15 pips in profit. Moving on, just had the W right there. Price pushing on, pushing on. As you can see, price is using this this little 73.6 heavily as a support right now. We got support confirmations here. We got support confirmations here. Here. And support confirmations here as well. Boom. We can even kind of zoom in a little more, put a little line here. As you can see, price is kind of using that as a miniature support as well. Predictions for the week ahead. We still have yet to actually finish on this key level all the way up here at this 74. So what I think could happen, or what I would say would happen, is to play it safe. I would do, just kind of, to play it safe, what I would do is price above 73.85. I'll go ahead and enter buys. No. Price above 73.9. Bullish push through 73.85. 15-minute confirmation above 73.9. I would go ahead and enter, and I would take buys all the way up to 74.050. And that would be a buy trade for me. That is roughly 15 pips. That's a pretty decent trade to start the week. So I would go ahead and do that. That would be entry for me. That would be something that I would be looking for this week. We would probably see that push based on what happened on last week on Sunday. I would probably say we will see that push early, because we got the market moving pretty quick last Sunday. So we could see that London on Sunday, London session Sunday, maybe a little bit before London, honestly. But that'll be buys for me. I buy right up to these previous highs at that 73 at the 74.050 and take profits there. Price will come back and retest, probably even push down to here and then break up, or just push down and just come all the way back down. If for some reason price decides not to do that and price wants to become bearish, I always say they have two biases. Oh, you always have to have two biases on predictions on Sunday. So if price were to finish bearish, and push down, I would say break below the support. Break below the support, bearish movement. Price would typically come down, touch here, and could push up. But I don't think it would, because it was using this level as a pretty strong support. I think if it breaks that support, it'll break down fully. So I would say price below the 736, I would sell it all the way down to this area down here. Which is 73.4. Yeah. I think that's what I would see during 180 USD. So those trades that I take on 80 USD. AUGPY. Let's go back to Sunday. Just calling this motherfucker out too. Completely missed these this open here. Just so you guys know, I was not on the. I hate trading Sundays, so this past Sunday I was not on the charts, but I opened the charts recently because I got a call from my sister, and she was asking me about something, and I was like, holy, and I just kind of lost it because I had, all my predictions were just going right into right where I thought it was going to. Everything would have been smacking right in the profit right off the rip, but I ended up catching a little bit of it. As you can see, I caught a little bit of 80 USD. Didn't catch a full movement, but I caught it. AUJPY price broke down, finished right around here on market close. Hold up. So market opened right here. So price came up, retested this, confirmed as a resistance now. So because we broke through structure, price retested, confirmed as a support, resistance, pushed through our previous lows. My original entry would have been right here, off a break of these previous lows here. I would enter it here. My set take profits would have been all the way down here. Price would have dropped straight into profit, right? Obviously didn't catch that, but price came down, came back to retest. I had a small miniature line set over here. It was drawing just like that, because as you can see, price was retesting this 81,200 pretty good, confirming it as a resistance. Once it broke through here and created these lows, it was using this 81.2 as a resistance and then pushed through. Price came back up, so I just kind of told myself price will come back up, retest that level or that little small resistance. Once it breaks through, which it did, I went ahead and entered. I was out in loss for a little bit, but then dropped right into profit for 17.7 pips. Take profit. That was a pretty good trade off the rip on 80 JPY. These were not my setups over here. This was some drawdown that I had for a one-on-one, but no, not even for a one-on-one, for a live Zoom. But I'll show you guys my actual entries. Hold up. Let me just go ahead and draw these back on here. Because I took 2 separate entries on this trade. Alright, so boom. So, once again, breaking structure, price came at the retest, tweezer top, price pushed. Once price pushed through these previous lows over here on this line, I went in and entered, dropped right in profit. Price came down, created these lows over here. Marked that as a support level. Price pushed back up to kind of retest the entire drop. Once price retested my entry, I went and entered another entry right there. Price came down, as you can see, was using this area as a support again. Eventually, we got a bearish engulfing. Price pushed right through, and we got a beautiful smack up take profit right there. 38.4 pips on one, 39 pips on another. 2 great entries right there. Beautiful setups right there as well. Then we just got some bearish movement through all the way through. Price came down, dropped all the way through. Price came over here, broke through. Once price broke through this area that I was using as resistance, all the way through, I went and entered. Took partials once it reached these lows over here. I think this was like an actual take profit for the chat. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I sent this in the signals chat. And I'm pretty sure that was like the overall take profit, but I had it coming all the way down to this level, which it ended up doing during London. But yeah, price pushed through, bouncing around, using this as a, inner level of support and resistance. Eventually, price was able to break below these supports over here that we were using. Was pretty well respected. One inspection over here, 2, 3, wicks, 4 wicks, and then finally broke through and hit my take profits over here. So that's 34 pip take profit. Beautiful trade. We were only in loss over here off these retests to confirm that as a resistance, but ended up taking the profit there. Price pushed up, took these small buys. I sent in chat. Pretty good setup, great setup actually. Had a little small breaking structure, came at the retest, went and entered. TP1s are right here at these previous highs, and TP2s are right here at these previous highs in the past. So these are the sells that I told. Remember in GBP-USD, I was telling you about the massive push that I missed. This is it. So over here, my bias was, we had, as you can see, price was just completely crushing it down this entire time, right? Completely crushing it down. I'm forgetting I was calling for buys multiple times. Buys here, buys all the way here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm completely forgetting that, that was just out of my head, you know what I'm saying? So once I just kind of back tested and saw the entire drop, I was like, price was gonna continue down. This was just like a small retest of a little bit of a drop. Price gonna come back down. It's gonna create new lows kind of down here by the 79.5 and the 79 down here, right? So that was my bias. Call this out, decent entry. We got a breaking structure, break below these resistance over here. Once price broke below that, confirmed as resistance again. I went ahead and entered at these lows. TP1 was set right here. So I sent that in the chat for sure. You guys hit TP1. But overall TP's right here, right? What I didn't do until I was already in this trade was check out my Fibonacci, check out my retest, right? Once I went and did that, saw that price was coming down to kind of sort of respecting my 38 level, right? Had price come back to respect my 38 level. I was like, yeah. During this trade, like once it smacked TP1, I was like, hold up. Could be a buy. So went ahead and saw that. Once I saw that, I also got these confirmations. as a bullish engulfing right on area that was used as a support multiple times, right? So support here, support here, support here, support here, right? Smack the bullish engulfing right on the support, right? Wick to take our here to take profits, but bullish engulfing right on the support, right? Followed by a push. At this moment, I'm like second guessing the entire entry. I was like, price probably just gonna come back to retest our entries and then push back down. It just did not happen at all. Just fucking, completely pushed up. Broke above our highs over here. Broken the entry. Broken to this next level over here. I was actually able to catch the buys off the reverse off after I took this loss. So I did end up taking losses. So if you guys actually, if you guys set the 80.100 as your overall take profit, then great. That's great for you. You guys got your bread. But I ended up taking losses on this 19 pip loss. First loss the entire week. It's kind of sour, not gonna lie, but all streaks come to an end at some point. Nobody wins all the time. But was able to catch these buys over here off this entry. Price broke of entry. I went ahead and entered. Once price broke above this resistance over here, this well-respected resistance, I immediately was like, all right, once price gets to this 80.5, I'm entering. Price got to 80.5, I entered. Came back to retest, confirm its support. Played around in this area a little bit. Played around below these that levels for a while. Price eventually broke above. You got some nice pushes above, pushes above, pushes above. Broke above these highs over here as well, and just straight gut right into profit all the way up. Beautiful trade, beautiful trade, beautiful trade. 80. It was I really took profits right here, a little bit below the 81. So took profits for a 47.9 trade, just about 48 pips, but that was beautiful. Beautiful comeback. So made my money back off these 19 pips loss, but beautiful trade, beautiful trade. So after that, I was like, all right, I got a bullish mindset. Price is definitely going up. You know what I'm saying? We got a little bit of uptrend. All right. So price broke above, created these highs over here, came back to retest, broke in again. Once I got a finish above this line right here that was used as a support multiple times over here, resistance over here and support over here. Once I got a line, I just went and draw my line out. Once I got a push above that, went ahead and entered. Say my take profits for highs that were back over here in the previous history. I'll go ahead and back test for you guys. Highs over here. As you can see, it was used as a support here, used as resistance again right there. So set that as my take profits. We went ahead and entered, set take profits all the way up there, 29 pip gain. Then I went ahead and entered again off of a break and struck after like a small little retest, broke above these highs, went in and entered again. I was floating in profit multiple times. And this is what like really kind of got me, because I took this, I was up for this, I was floating in profit in this trade, and was convinced that I'll take profit. Like once I set my take profits and my stops, went to sleep, and I was convinced. Like I was floating in profit in this one for like I think it was up like $2,000 on this one right here, like 2,300 maybe. Floating in profit right here. So I was like, we're only, let's see. So right over here is when I went to sleep. Yeah, about 6:30 in the morning. So right over here I went to sleep. We were 4.6 pips away from take profit, right? 4.6 pips away from take profit. I was like, no way in the world this thing goes all the way down, hits my stop loss, right? No way in the world. It's not going to happen. Happened. Price dropped all the way down. Took me out. Came back up. Was another 2 pips away from my take profit, even though I was already out the trade. Gutted all the way back down to this level down here. All right. Completely missed the entire drop. But once price got back up above these highs over here, and my previous entry, went in and entered again. As you can see, price came down, price was up, floating in profit, took partials right here. I think I went in with like a 10 lot maybe or whatever. My stops were really like all the way down here. It was like really basically a 1-to-1 risk reward. But yeah, price was right there. Sorry. Price was right here. Took partials once I hit the TP1. Price came down below, like gutted. I was like kind of regretting this. I was out a lot. You know, I'm floating 15 pips out of profit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I think I should probably go ahead and, you know, take the loss on this one. Luckily I didn't. Price came back up. Smacked my TPs over here for 19.4 pips in profit. Happy I held that. Price broke above, create these highs at my previous points over here. I should go ahead and draw that into play for future purposes. So, you know, this is where we are now. So a little bit breakdown of here. As you can see, if I kind of back it out a little bit, we got a decent, not even decent, like a really good bullish uptrend. So you can go ahead and draw your trends. Just like that. As I went over in our zooms, I told you guys, these little small wicks and like candles like that finish barely outside of a trend are not breaks in structure. They're not. All right. So don't, like, when you see like wicks like that, wicks like this, do not get scared and think that the trend's broken. All right, it's not. The trend is still confirmed. The trend is still valid until price, unless price were to break out of this trend and break below this well-respected key level, break below the key level, come back and retest the trend and then break below, then that's a break in structure. Otherwise, it's not. So that trend was confirmed. That trend is still valid, right? And I always say, you need 3 touches in a trend to confirm a trend, right? So we got touch. We got the first one. Boom. That's the start of it. Touch 2. Boom. Right? Touch 3 is really this wick right here this bearish wick right there. That's really touch 3. If you don't want to say that one, then you got this one right here. That's touch 3. That's touch 4. That's, you know, so technically to me, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and really 5 right there. And then it come down all the way, and then 6. So we got 6 touches in this trend to confirm the trend line, right? We only need 3, but we got 6. So now for me, I'm thinking price is gonna come back up. You know, I think, you know, my previous predictions over here might be valid now, right? Obviously, I could be wrong. You know, price could say, you know, price could break out of this trend, break below these previous highs over here. I can draw that over this previous highs and lows over there. Price can break below that, come back to retest a little bit, and then drop all the way down. And that could be a possibility. That could very well be a possibility. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw that right now. Like I said, you always gotta have more than one bias during a Sunday prediction. So I'm going to draw that. Price could come down. What I think it would do, if it did, it would come down right around this 81.2, come back up to retest the trend, and then come all the way down to this 81 level. Right? That is what could happen. We could see that. Or what I think is actually going to happen is price is going to break above this level. It's going to smack this previous highs over here, come back to retest, confirm as a support. And it's going to break above. I think previous highs are right around this 81.9. Let me back test and check. Yep, previous highs right around 81.9. Go ahead and draw a box around those. Change that color. Look like that, and boom. So that's what could happen. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what could happen. So those are some predictions right there. And like I said, we can get this movement like pretty quick, based off of what happened this previous Sunday. You know, it's a very good possibility. But at the same time, it could delay a little bit, and we're probably not going to see the movement until London. So early wee hours of Monday morning. For those of you who don't know or don't remember, London session is 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. East Coast time. So those are some possibilities in AJ, and what I think was going to come up in this next, probably the couple opening hours to the first 24 to 48 hours of the open. So that's it for that pair. Moving on, GJ. GJ kind of got rough for me at the end, as you can see over here. Got some stop outs right here. But moving on, let's go to entry. Let's go to market open. Market open was way over here. Took these small buys. So as you can see, market opened right here off this candle. Bias was price would come, get to there, finish, and then push down. As you see, nice little bearish engulfing for you guys that need to remember candlestick confirmations. Bearish engulfing, followed by a bearish push. This is a bearish doji right here, pushed. Another bearish engulfing right here to push and break up below a well-respected support that was over here. Came back up to retest that support, confirm as resistance, drop below, retested these lows, came back up to retest again. Once retested again for the second time, I went in and entered because I knew price was going to come back down to confirm my bias for the my previous predictions, which it did. Dropped for 16.4 pips of profit, which is pretty beautiful. Missed all this movement, but caught this over here. So over here, I saw price break below this area right here, create these lows down here, marked it with a line that you see right here. Price came back up to retest this, confirm it as a resistance, push below. Once the price got back below these previous lows over here in this well-respected area, went in and entered. When it entered, price came back down. Get my fib out because I was going for sells. Boom. As you can see, price came back up, retested my 0.5 area, my golden zone. Once price got to my 0.5 area, when I confirmed that as a resistance, and also placed my second entry off the push. So caught 42 pips there. Damn near 43, and another 23.5 pips as well. So, so far so good off of the market open. And once again, this is the same exact area that I had those buy biases in AJ, right? So I was like, okay, we got our lows, but I still think I even sent this trade out to the chat. I was like, GBP-USD enter literally right here at 36. What is this? Right here. I was like, enter at 36.3. TP1 was right here at 36.5. TP2 was all the way up here at 36.7. Right? I knew it was going to happen. Price came up here, floating in profit like literally a pip and a half maybe. Came down. I was came back up and eventually got stopped out. I was in this right here. I was actually in this. I'm gonna mark it. I'll show you guys where I was at because I actually entered this trade. This is my first loss on GGU as well. So setups look like this right here. And my stops right below. So, I was in, floating in profit over here. Once I was floating in profit, price came down, just absolutely tanked, stopped me out. Came at to retest those lows over here, pushed towards this level, and then just absolutely spiked up. I absolutely missed it. as you can tell by the 80 USD one, and then also me catching my reversal in AJ, missed that entire movement. But price pushed up, broke above this level, came at the retest, confirmed as a newfound support. Once price pushed above these highs over here, went ahead and entered, and then we just kind of went straight up into profit, just straight gut right into profit, 44 pips of profit. I thought price was going to continue up and come up and touch these levels up here at this 38. So off the retest of this whole entire push, when it entered, I was going to enter about for buys once price got above these previous highs over here. When it entered, I almost got stopped out right here. Didn't. Eventually got stopped out over here for 20 pips in negative. Unfortunately, price playing around as a support and resistance in this level, and then broke this entire trend. It's like a little small, not even confirmation, not even a confirmed trend, but broke that, and then came down, came back to retest the line and broke below. So for the week ahead, what I think we could see, honestly, don't even like so many fake outs in the past, like that's what, it's 2 fake outs for me. So I had 3 good trades, 2 bad trades in GU. It's kind of rough, I'm not gonna lie. So what I think we could see for the week ahead, obviously you can see my I already got my sell biases marked there. You know, to me that's a pretty strong trend break, because really this trend can come back to all the way over here, so that would be 3 touches. And you know, price broke below, came at the retested trend, and we can see price push all the way back down to this 37 down here. It's a good possibility. You know, I wouldn't be shocked. It's kind of already starting to do that. You know, higher high. I mean, lower high here in comparison to this one. Another lower high. We're starting to form lowers over here. So very well could be, but at the same time, if price were to once again get back above my areas up here, I would go ahead and enter, and we would see something like this. Price would break in, come back to retest out a little bit, and then push up and get to previous highs. If you back tested those previous highs right there, that would be a trade that I would take right there. That is, boom, basically 45 pips in profit that I would be looking forward to if we get some buys. But at the same time, like I said, we could very well get some sellers down all the way down here. GJ. I had fun in GJ this past week, not gonna lie. As you can see, it was pretty much slaughtering GJ. Didn't take one loss in GJ. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All week. This was great. So back on Sunday, right over here. We got this nice bearish engulfing right on our supported level. Price broke below, trading below our 14 EMAs, all the way down. Created this level of support right here. They didn't want to break through for a while. Finally broke through it, came back to retest as resistance, came down, broke above it. Once I got a bearish movement, kind of right above it, went in and entered some of my stops way up here. Price came up and then dropped right in profit for 21.4 pips in profit. That was pretty beautiful. Then we got this massive bearish push below this level. Price created these lows over here, went and drew that up. Once price created those lows, went ahead and broke below, came back and retested lows. Once I came back to retest these lows, I went and entered off the retest of it, and this bearish push, price dropped all the way down, created this level of support, came back to retest my entries. Off this bearish push, went ahead and entered again for my second entry, and then price pushed all the way down again, and hit take profits down here. So got 74.4 pips right here, another 54.1 pips right there. You know, started the week off amazing. In GJ, as you can tell, just absolutely beautiful all the way through. Off market open, right into London, caught over 100 pips easily. You know what I'm saying? So, pushing on, very next day, not even very next day, that same exact day, later on that day, price broke below, created these lows, came into retest, confirmed as resistance, pushed below again. Once I got bearish moving below these previous lows right here, this support, and then now confirmed as a resistance. When I entered, set my stops way above over here, floating in profit for a little bit, floating profit, came out of profit for a little bit, went back in, came back out, and then absolutely dropped. Once London kicked in, I kind of knew the price was going to drop and hit my take profits down here. So once I got a bearish push below these recent supports over here, went in and entered for another trade. So got another 46 pips there and 71 pips off of that right there. So once again, you know, we got overall in the first 48 hours of market being open in GJ, well over 200 pips easily. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know, I was kind of vacant from the market during this entire period on GJ. Price broke above, came at the retest, broke it in. Once I got a bullish push above these previous highs over here, or this previous support over here, and went and entered, caught these 35.2 pips profit right there, and then just never traded it for the rest of the time because, you know, it's kind of consolidating throughout this entire point. And now we are chilling at these highs over here at this 152 level. So I kind of already got my setup for this, honestly. I'm bullish all the way on GJ. Bullish all the way. Only way I'm not bullish is if price breaks below this line right here. Go ahead and put a box around this for you guys. From consolidation. Boom. So the only way I am not bullish on GJ is if we get breaks below this 151.8. If we get breaks below that 151.8, what you will see is price break below, price will probably come down to right here, come back to retest, 0.5 something probably right here. That's gonna push down like that. Probably not gonna be that pretty, but look something like that. That'll be a decent push. Probably come back here, play around a little bit, and then continue all the way down. Could be a possibility, but I got a bullish mindset, as I said. I'm looking for price to give me a bullish finish above here. I think price will come up, break above, come back to retest my entries, and then push, and I'll take profit right there. That's 152.4 right there. 30 pips. Boom, that'd be beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Either way, that'll be those are pretty good setups, and those would be pretty good trades to start the week in GJ. This would be 40 pips, that'd be 35. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, those are some breakdowns of what happened in the week previously, and also week ahead of what I am thinking. If you guys got any questions, just let me know. You can reach out to me. You all had my number, and you all have my email as well. Anybody that needs to set up one-on-ones, please go ahead and do so. I'm free all week. Tuesday, this upcoming week, will be pretty hectic in the morning time. It'll be pretty hectic all day long. I'm currently in Arizona right now. I'll be flying to Boston on Tuesday. I'll leave Arizona at like 6 a.m., which is 9 a.m. you guys' time. It's like a 5-hour flight, I think. So I won't touch down into Boston until mid-afternoon, right around in the afternoon. And I probably won't be settled to mid-afternoon. We will still have Zooms that day. So Zoom will be 8:30, live trade 11:30. So we will still have that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys need one-on-ones, please set them up. Like I said, free all week. Other than that, I will see you all on Tuesday to start the week.